channel. I'm here to share a tutorial on these Christmas greeting card journals that I showed you in my video for the Dollar Tree Craft Fair Hop. And if you missed that, I'm going to link it below. I had 3 projects, and there were 3 other talented ladies involved in the hop, and they had really great projects as well. So I'm going to link that video below just in case you missed it. So today we're going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial for these because I already showed you kind of what they look like in that video. I did make several more, and so the ones down here I used Dollar Tree greeting cards, and they have some really pretty ones out this year. So these are 3 of them that I did pick up. So these are really beautiful, and they're from the Dollar Tree. They're nice and sturdy, and I made journals out of all 3 designs. And then the ones up here, I went into my Christmas stash, and I had gotten some Christmas cards last year on clearance at Joann's after Christmas. And these are the most beautiful Christmas cards ever. And I got them for such a great price after Christmas last year. And I just really wanted to, I didn't think I was gonna, be sending all of them out. But I'm so glad that I thought of this use for them. So they're in these really nice, sturdy containers. And here's the 3 designs that I got. These are the Susan Wingett. This one's Susan Wingett. I think they all are. But it's her art, and they're on these greeting cards. And so, as you can see, there's tons in here. And they're just a slightly different size than the Dollar Tree ones. So it just depends on what size your card is and how big your journal will be. So those are all the cards that I used, and we're going to go ahead and make one together on video, but just let me show you a couple examples. I'll show you this one. So this one here is one that I made using a Dollar Tree card, and all I did is I used these composition notebooks that you can get at Dollar Tree, and they're the 5x7 size, and it's by the Jot line. So you would pick up one of these, and then I literally just cut out all of the pages and stapled it into a greeting card, and it made a beautiful journal cover. And then I just rounded the corners, and here's what it looks like. I did do some trimming on the paper, which I'm going to show you. On each one I made a lining with just a thin weight piece of scrapbook paper. It's like copy paper weight, and I got this from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, the little Paper Studio symbol is not covered. I'm going to put like a sticker or a pocket right there. But as you can see, here's all the journal pages, and then the back of the liner, and I keep the sentiment here, and it makes a really cute journal. So on those, I kept the back as is, and then let me show you a couple of these. So here's one of those Joann cards that I got, the Susan Wingett Christmas cards, and I covered the back with some paper because it wasn't as pretty. And here is the inside. I left that blank because it's got this cute image, and then I put some more of that Hobby Lobby paper. This is, like I said, copy paper weight scrapbook paper, and here's all the journal pages. Here's the inside back cover and the other page of the liner, and here's the back cover. So this one's actually my favorite. This is another one of those ones from Joann's, and it's got some glitter on it, and I left it blank because it's got the pretty wood grain, and there's the inside. So as you can see, I've made 11. We're going to make one more together on video. If they do good at my next craft fair, I'll make more for the next one. So let's go ahead and get started on the really simple tutorial. Okay, so here's the supplies that I'm going to use. My paper trimmer, a corner rounder, a X-Acto like knife thing, craft knife, a bone folder, and I'm going to talk about these in a second. Some thin scrapbook paper that's just the printer paper weight, and of course the Christmas card. So I think we're going to do one of these in the video. It's one of my favorites. And so for the notebooks, I'm using the 5x7 composition notebook, and I have a little tip for you. I have discovered, so here's the one that you get at the Dollar Tree. The corners are rounded. They're sometimes, I've heard, hard to find. I've always lucked out and found some at my Dollar Tree, but I know that they've been hard to find. So a couple of other places you can find them. This one here I got at Dollar General. The Dollar General ones are only 50 cents, but sometimes they're a little bit faulty, but it's okay because we're gonna be trimming these and trimming the corners anyway. And then, so there's that one. And then the best one I found besides the Dollar Tree one was Walmart. So these were at Walmart and they were 65 cents, or like a weird number, like 67 cents. And these ones are pretty decent quality, like the Dollar Tree ones. These ones have like perforated pages so you can rip them out easily. But let's go ahead, I'm gonna use the Dollar Tree one in the tutorial, and let's get started in making one. And the last thing you're gonna need is one of these staplers. It's like a long reach stapler. I got mine at Staples. They also have them on Amazon, so I'll link it below. It was $38 and it was a really great investment. So if you like to make journals, it's a great investment. They work really well, and like I said, it's under 40 bucks, so it's a pretty reasonable price for all the use that you can get out of it. So the first thing I do is I just go ahead and take my cover, bend it back so like the stitching is exposed right here, and I just take my craft knife, be very careful because these are sharp, and I just cut the stitching. And you know what, actually I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my craft mat so that way we don't cut this tabletop. So again, just go ahead and cut the stitching, and then you can just throw this away. So then I open this up to the center where all the stitching is right here, and I just want to remove that stitching. So just remove it, and we're done with our craft knife. I take off this front one, and for some reason I take off another one because I feel like it's like a little bit messy. So then you're left with just all of these. So here's the inside of the notebook, and it's going to fit in here inside your card, but as you can see there's a little bit of an overhang. I just like to go ahead and trim this in my trimmer. So these Dollar Tree cards measure 5 by 7. But since there's so many pieces of paper stacked in each other, that's why it overhangs. So that's why we just need to do a little bit of trimming. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna open up your papers and split it into 2 chunks, 2 even chunks. Okay, so here's the first chunk. You're just gonna lay it in your board, all the papers lined up, at 1/4 inch. Right there, just 1/4 inch, and you're gonna slice that off. So you're just gonna slice that much off, and do it on the other side. So just lay it in there. Like that. And slice it off. Okay, so just lay this aside, and you're gonna do the same thing to the other chunk. 2 chunks all trimmed up, and you're just gonna go ahead and take your corner rounder and make these corners rounded again. I use my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and I use the small 1/4 inch side, and I just wanna re-round my corners. Okay, so I took my scrapbook paper liner and I cut it down to 9 7/8 by 7. So then you just stick your notebook, trim down notebook pages in there. And here is how it's looking with the liner on it. It's so cute. And then you just take the whole thing and kind of fit it inside your card to see how it's looking. And now it's like a perfect fit. So all we have to do is round these corners and staple this in. So I'm just gonna go ahead. So I just rounded those 2 corners so that way it looks more finished and it fits perfectly. So then you just go ahead and open this up and find the center, because lengthwise, it's the same height. It's all 7 inches, and then there's a little bit of a gap here on the edges for the width. So I just like to get it as even as possible, make sure this is the center, and you can take little clips and clip at this point to keep it all even, but I find that it's easier just to go ahead and hold it with your hand. So then you're going to turn it to the outside of the book. Take your stapler. I have to do 3 staples, and I just eyeball them. I don't measure. I just eyeball them, and you just go right on that crease and staple. So there's 1. Then 1 in the middle. 2. And then 1 right here. Okay, so now you just need to take your bone folder and press that down on the crease. Looks really good. And you've got yourself a cute little journal. Isn't that cute? And here's the inside. It's got all the pages. So pretty. There's the center. And here's these pages and the back. And I like to go in the center, just make sure all my staples are down really well with my bone folder. And there you go. I like to just give it like a nice crease so it stays shut. But wasn't that super easy? And there's just endless possibilities with greeting cards and making them into journals. Now, if you cannot find these notebooks, you can just use your own paper. Just get plain copy paper, fold a bunch, measure it out, and fold them in half, and then just staple those in. You don't have to use these books. You can use any paper you want. You can use a bunch of scrapbook paper. You can use anything to make these into fun journals or junk journals or whatever you want. So like I said, go into your stash, find some Christmas cards that you want to use in a different way, and create some of these beautiful journals. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and sticking around for the tutorial. Please follow me on Instagram for sneak peeks of all my projects, and subscribe here if you haven't already. I'll be coming out with another video soon on another Christmas project, so I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you all have a wonderful crafty week. Bye!